Hey, what's up, YouTube? Let's talk about something that I'm not hearing a lot of folks talk about, because when it comes to next month's debut by Stellantis, by Dodge, pulling the covers off of their new eMuscle car, Dodge has an opportunity, but they might be blowing it. I don't talk about this a lot on the channel, but by profession, a part of what I do, a big part of what I do, is around branding. It's something that's very near and dear to my heart, and that I spend a lot of time thinking about. Branding and category building is more important than ever. And what do I mean by category building? What I mean is that you are defining a category of something. It's one of the critical and valuable tools of branding, because it gives you the opportunity to step away from a crowded marketplace and define a new category. And by defining that category, you become the leader in that category. So let's talk about some examples of that category building. You know, before Red Bull came along, in fact, I'm drinking one right here. Before Red Bull came along, no one knew that they needed an energy drink category. Before XM radio, nobody knew they needed satellite radio. So when we think of muscle cars, when we think of muscle, I think one of the things that we're all having problems getting our head around is that muscle car category in our mind is very well defined. We know what a muscle car is. It's an internal combustion engine with a whole lot of power. It's got a presence that's very definitive. It's got a sound. It's got a fury about it. So they have this huge opportunity to lock into the mind of the consumer, to us as car people, what eMuscle is. Right now, it's a disconnect. We don't know what eMuscle, we can't get our heads around it. What is that? Tesla kind of rolled out their Plaid, their Model S Plaid, and kind of quietly rolled it out. And basically what they've got is like a Honda Civic or a Honda Accord with 1,020 or so horsepower in there. They put 3 motors in, you know, it does insane speeds and all that, but it still is just a Honda Accord with insane amount of speed. I don't think in our minds that's muscle. So if Dodge just rolls out their new EV and it's got, 1,050 horsepower or 1,100 horsepower, and it's got some fake sound, and that's essentially it, maybe some retro styling, I'm afraid that's not going to do it. They have got to put a wrapper around that and take that opportunity to brand a new category of eMuscle. It's no longer muscle cars from the past that we know with what I'm in here, a Dodge Charger 392. It's not this kind of muscle car. It's a new kind of muscle car. Otherwise, what's going to happen is, if it's got similar numbers to the Tesla Model S Plaid, they're just going to get all lumped together. And they're not going to very definitively carve out that new brand, that new segment, that new category for eMuscle. It's not going to be good enough to just come out with kind of Me Too numbers comparable to the Model S. And I'm not saying they have to come out with 2,000 horsepower, but you got to come strong. And you got to be very clearly different than the Model S Plaid. Some fake sound and another 100 horsepower or something, it's not going to do it. Now, for instance, I'm just spitballing here. I'm not a Stellantis engineer. I'm not in the mix of what they're doing. But if Tesla comes with their Model S Plaid, it's got 1,020 horsepower and 3 motors. Well, Dodge needs to do the Dodge thing and one up that. Why aren't they coming with 4 motors? Something insane like that, and 1,500 horsepower, and a sound that isn't completely fake and generated sound, some sound that the actual motors make that's very distinctly Dodge. And you begin to create sort of a checklist that says, yeah, that's eMuscle, Tesla Model S Plaid, That's not eMuscle. So this is the fork in the road. Next month in August, when they debut this car, if it's not a strong branded category offering to define eMuscle for all of us to understand what eMuscle in Dodge's, perspective is, that's the opportunity that's on the table. And it's not a small one. It is not a small one. Let's look at Apple. Portable music players, digital music players existed before the iPod, but they came stronger to the table with a bigger offering. The iPod held more songs. They gave us iTunes for that ecosystem to be able to, manage our music, and they took over the market. So this is the opportunity that's on the table for Dodge to carve out this new segment. And maybe a year from now, we're looking back and going, yeah, I know what eMuscle is. Dodge defined it. That's the opportunity that's on the table. That's what's in front of us right here. And I'm worried. I'm worried that Dodge has this opportunity and they may blow it. We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe I'm worried for nothing. But again, if they don't come strong and if they don't come with something that's clearly differentiated, clearly defined as eMuscle for us to understand, it's not going to work out real well for them, I don't think. I will remain hopeful, and I'll look forward to seeing what they come with next month. In the meantime, Jared with GTC. Take care, guys. Have a great day.